Hey friends, welcome back to the Hooligan Knitter Podcast. As always, I am your host and resident hooligan, Sierra, and here's where we talk about my knitting, and sometimes people watch it, and that's terrifying, but also cool. We're trying to film outside today. We will see how that goes. We have someone staying with us, and my craft room slash office is also slash the guest room. So it's a little bit off limits, but I still wanted to come on and chat, say hello. Also, I have an iPad now, so we're filming on my iPad, and we will see how that goes. Yeah, if the sound quality is terrible, I'm sorry, and we will never do this again. You will probably definitely hear birds. There's a whole family of super loud cardinals that live in my backyard, so that's fun and exciting. Yeah, let's talk about some knitting. I have 3 finished objects since last time we chatted. I have a handful of whips that I don't think I've shown before on the podcast. And I have 2 acquisitions. Actually 3, but one of them's already a whip, so it's fine. Alright, let's talk about it. My first FO is what I'm wearing. This is my Ripple Bralette turned camisole. Ripple Bralette by Jessie made. I knit this out of loops and threads, just an acrylic single ply yarn from Michaels. The colorway is called Flame, which I think is very fitting. The pattern is for a bralette. I just knit it super long. I knit the body until it was about 15 inches unstretched, and then you do a couple more rounds for the 1x1 ribbing at the back, and then so like the body ended up about 15.5 to 16 inches. Obviously you lose some length when you put it on and it stretches out, but that gave me like a nice long full length camisole, which is exactly what I was looking for. The straps and I have been in a little bit of a battle. I knit them way too long. I always underestimate how much I-cord stretches, and so I measured and I was like, oh, they need to be like 13 inches, I think it was. I was like, okay, I'm gonna knit them to be 11.5, 12 inches to accommodate for some stretch. No, friends, no, that was way too long. That was way too long. So what I did, because I'd already seamed them to the garment, I was not gonna undo that. We don't do that here. I just added some elastic, and we can kind of see it. It's a little frayed because it went through the wash. I added elastic to the straps to make them like an appropriate length, and it turned out really, really well. I love this. I've worn this several times already, hence why it's gone through the wash. I did, so because the straps were way too long and I added, that was a loud ass blue jay. The straps were way too long. When I added the elastic, the straps got kind of like, I guess I could just show you. They got fucked up. But you know what? This is a heavier garment. This yarn is like worsted weight. I fully intend to use this as a layering piece. Oh my god. I fully intend to wear this as like a layering piece in the fall and winter. So it'll be underneath like a cardigan, like a flannel. So I don't really care that the straps are a little jacked. And you know what? What happens behind me is none of my business. I don't care. But yeah, so that's done. I really like her. I don't think I have anything else to say about her other than I'm really happy she's done, and I have been getting a lot of wear out of her already, so that's cool. Coffee break. I am drinking just plain coffee with a splash of chocolate milk, my usual. And all of the leaves are falling off of my trees, so I've already had to pick a leaf out of this coffee. But you know what? That's fine. It's just extra flavoring. Okay, my other two finished objects. I finished my Halloween socks. I haven't blocked them, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. There are two of them, and I color matched them so they are as much as twins as a pair of hand-knitted socks could be. I'm very proud of them. Look how that blue jay is so loud. This is, oh, I don't have the ball band anymore, but this is from Pacific Northwest Purls. It was a Halloween color from a couple years ago called Monster Mash. And then for the cuff, heel, and toes, I used Cascade Heritage, just black. I don't know if it has like a fun name, but it's black. But yeah, admittedly, they are a little short in the foot. I probably could have gotten away with doing a couple of extra rounds. But they're not like uncomfortably too small. I can still put them on. You know, they fit. They're just a little more snug than I would probably like them to be. So when I block them, I'll probably block them. Will I block them? Who knows? But when I wash them and lay them flat to dry, I will stretch them a little bit to get just a little bit more length. But overall, I love how this yarn knit up. The stripes are so even. I wish the sun would come back out for a second so you could see how vibrant that purple is. But that's not gonna happen. But I did post a picture of these on my Instagram if you would like to see them on the grid. And I'm excited to wear these. Alright, two finished objects, one more to go. This one was not even a whip last time, but I went to the Yarnery, which is my favorite local yarn store, with Lucy, and we're just having like a little perusal of the wares, as one does. Had to check out their new space. They just moved locations. Their new store is incredible, by the way. If you are in the Twin Cities area and you have not been to the Yarnery's new space yet, you need to go. You walk in and the store just keeps going. If you ever went to their previous location, it was a beautiful store, but it was pretty cramped in there. They had a lot of really beautiful yarns and notions in there, but it was pretty like jam-packed in there. Now the store is so big that they have so much space. They have a making space where you can just come and chill and like do your craft of choice. They have a classroom for, you know, classes that they teach, and they have all of the space for the previous goodies that they sold and even more space. So they're adding new yarns and notions and books, and it's incredible. I love that place so much. Anyway, Lucy and I went and we had a little hooligan date out in the wild. We got sandwiches, or I got a sandwich. I don't remember what Lucy got. And some coffee and iced lemonade from a local place. And then we took a little meander over to the Yarnery, and obviously I had to buy something. Anyway, I bought a skein of Holst Garn Cielo in the color Beige. I think I have the ball band, maybe. I do. Holst Garn Cielo, which is, it's kind of like a blown yarn, I think. It's really, really fluffy and airy and light. It is 42% alpaca, 42% fine merino, and 16% polyamide. So says the label. 50-gram ball, you get, how much do you get? 125 meters. I bought one skein because I'm trying to behave myself, and I made a hat. This is the Parkside hat by, is it Leila Rubin? Let's look it up, bear with. Let's have a little peek-see. But I can do that now because I'm filming on an iPad and I can use my phone. That's fun. Parkside. Oh my god, I can't type. Parkside hat. By Leila Rubin, yes. And this pattern was free back in March. I think it was like March. So I scooped it up. I had no plans to make it at that time, but you know, who doesn't love a free hat pattern? I don't know if it's still free, but you should check it out because I thoroughly enjoyed knitting this hat. And I don't know if it was just the yarn was so delightful. It was. But also the hat was really delightful to knit as well. It's just a 1x1 all over ribbed hat with a folded brim, but the decreases are slick. I am a sucker for some clean decreases on a hat, and this did it. So instead of like a lot of other hat patterns where you decrease on either side of a marker and you know, knit two together, SSK or knit two together through the back loop, whatever. This one did center double decreases, which give it, you know, this really clean 5-point decrease, crown, whatever. And it's so soft and light, and I love her. I've already worn her. I wore her on a walk. My husband and I took like a nice little leisurely walk around our neighborhood, and it was a little chilly, a little breezy, so I popped this on and it was perfect. Look at the halo on this thing. Can you see that? Maybe. It's so fluffy, but it's also super light. I didn't use the full 50 grams. I had like a little nugget left. I'm not gonna put it on because my hair is up, but I am very, very happy to add this to my hat rotation. And I think I'll definitely knit more of these. The pattern was, I mean, like I said, it's just a basic 1x1 ribbed hat, but the decreases are so nice. It's definitely going in my favorite hats that I return to, I guess. Would you guys want like a video on like my favorite hat patterns and like hats that I return to again and again and like wear a ton? Because I am quite the hat knitter. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. They're a quick, easy project. Everyone loves a hand knit hat. They're great gifts. Yeah, I love knitting hats. So if you lovely fellow hooligans would like a video talking about like, I guess, different hat patterns that I've made and would recommend and return to myself again and again to keep, you know, for like gifts and stuff, let me know. If you don't really care about my hats, that's fine too. Just tell me that nicely or I'll cry. Anyway, hat. I love her. I am very, very excited to wear her. And I think this color is really nice. It's called Beige. I think this is more of like a cream color, but I don't make the color names. Hat. Okay, so those are the things that I have finished since we chatted last. 2 weeks for a garment, a pair of socks, and a hat. I'll take it. Coffee break. Oh my god, did that leaf just hit the camera? That's fun. I can hear my cardinals. I'm sorry if they're annoying. I have a bird feeder hanging behind me a little ways, and I don't know if they're brave enough to use the feeder while I'm sitting out here. So that might be why all of the birds are screaming at me. They're gonna have to deal. Anyway, let's talk about things that I have cast on since last time. Because there's a couple. Let's talk about the one I'm most excited about. I have knit most of a mini mock neck since last time. Like, I'm not kidding, this is almost done. Mini mock neck by Jessie made. It is a top-down tank top with a mock neck, obviously. And yeah. I am knitting this out of yarn from a small farm in Clinton, Illinois called Jubilee Farms. The label said that this yarn was a DK and that there were 230 yards to the skein. I'm calling bullshit on that because this is one skein. Like, this whole thing, I got the whole top done other than the mock neck, and like 6 inches into the body with one skein. And I've got enough yarn for like one more row, but one skein. And I'm not knitting like a small size. This is the 5th size. So yeah, I'm calling bullshit on the claim that this was a DK with 230 meters or yards, whatever. It's wrong. But look how beautifully that's knitting up. This yarn is 100% non-superwash merino, so it is very, very soft, and the yarn is very bouncy. Here's an end that I haven't woven in yet. How do people do this? Oh my god. Like, this is not a DK yarn. But I am intending for this to be another layering piece. I know, why am I knitting all these camisoles and tank tops? It's October in Minnesota. But I think this, because it's 100% non-superwash wool, it's going to be a delightful layering piece to wear under cardigans, under some of my lighter weight sweaters. It's so nice. It's very drapey because I'm knitting this fingering weight yarn on a US 5 3.75 millimeter needle. Yeah, this is going to be done next time I record because, again, it's almost done now. I have made a mini mock neck before, earlier this year, and I love that one. I wear that one pretty frequently. I do want to make this one just a little bit longer. The one I knit earlier this year was a superwash merino nylon mix, so not quite as warm as this one will be. So because of that, I do want this one to be a little bit more full length. Other than that, I have not made any, no, that's a lie. I have made modifications to this pattern because I can't help myself. Instead of doing the, I think she calls for German short rows in this pattern for the shoulder shaping, I decided to do the twin stitches from the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, just because I think they look nice. That's what I'm comfortable doing, so that's what we did. Is that right? Did I do that? Because I feel like I've done German short rows recently. What did I do German short rows on? No, I did twin stitches on these. Don't listen to me, I'm a liar. So I did a different short row method, and then I cast on an extra 8 stitches under the arms, 4 on each side, just to give it a little bit more positive ease. But other than that, I've just been cruising. Like I said, this will probably be done next time we chat, because we're flying through this. I can't stop looking at her in the sunlight. I think it's so pretty. And I'm really excited to see how this yarn relaxes and evens out with blocking. I think it is going to be so gorgeous. I try really hard not to be a boring beige girly, but you know, there's just something about like a nice, classy neutral. I promise my other whips are like they have some color to them. This is not turning into a beige bitch podcast. Not that I have anything wrong with the beige bitches. I respect the beige bitches. It's just not me. But okay. Whip number 1. Whip number 2. Oh no, the yarn is running away. Okay, whip number 2 is something else that I also purchased at the yarn rate. The yarn was. I am knitting my mom a pair of DK weight socks out of Malabrigo Ultimate Sock in the color Sabiduria. I'm holding it double, and this project is now on hold for a little bit because I am going to use yarn chicken. Going to lose yarn chicken. The first sock took over 50 grams, so I don't have enough yarn to finish the full pair. Another skein is on the way. I'm gonna have so much left over. I'll make a hat or something because I can't help myself. But here's the sock. I didn't follow a pattern for this. I just cast on for a toe-up sock. How many stitches did I do? 52? Yeah, that sounds right. I did 2x2 rib on the top of the sock, fish lips kiss heel, and then I continued the 2x2 rib around the entire leg and did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 rows. If I would have wanted to only use one skein of yarn, this sock would have been like a shorty. And my mother specifically requested thick, warm socks to wear to my brother's high school football games. So I didn't want to give her a shorty DK weight sock. That just didn't seem right. So, bought another skein. It's on the way. It's out of stock at the yarnery. So I had to find it somewhere else. But that's okay. Can't get everything at the yarnery. We have to support other places. But yeah, this yarn is really pretty, held double. I wasn't sure how it would look. I should have known better. It's really pretty. Just like a tonal purple with some like black in there. Not a whole lot to say. It's essentially a vanilla ribbed DK weight sock. But as soon as I get the yarn to finish these socks, I will cast on the second one. Now the sun wants to come out. Yeah, I really don't want to cast on the second one and get in the groove and then run out of yarn. I would rather just have the yarn on hand, ready to go to finish the sock. All right. We have 2 more whips, and then I want to share some very exciting acquisitions. Let's start with this little guy. This little guy is living in a Muse 2320 little bag. Muse 2320 is a local yarn store and hand dyer here in Hastings, Minnesota. Very cute little shop. Go check her out if you are in the area. This yarn is bougie. This is Pascuali. It is 100% cashmere. fingering weight cashmere in the color Rubin. Organic cashmere, made in Italy. She's bougie. And I am making a triangular garter stitch shawl with I-cord edging and increases on one side. Oh my god, it's so drapey. Do you see this? Okay, it's fingering weight. I am knitting this on a 3.75mm needle, which is a US 5. I am increasing on every 12th row, which is not what a very popular pattern tells you to do, but I only have 25 grams of this. I'm not buying another ball of 100% cashmere. I don't have cashmere money. I got this on sale and I had a discount for my birthday from Three Kittens Needle Arts in Mendota Heights. So this, I did not pay full price for this. So I will not be going back for more. So I'm increasing every 12th row to make it like as long and skinny as possible. And this, the idea is just to be like a cute little like neck scarf. This is actually for my grandmother. Longtime pod viewers will remember that I was talking to my grandmother when I first bought this yarn. Was it earlier this year? And I was like, yeah, I feel super bougie. I bought a ball of 100% cashmere. And she was like, oh my god, like I've never even like felt cashmere. I've never owned anything cashmere. Like that's crazy. And so this will be for my grandmother. She does not know. This will be a, I don't know if it'll be a Christmas present, but it'll be a present for her, to really solidify my place as favorite granddaughter. She's gonna get a cashmere little scarf. I really like this color. Said color is Rubin. It's this really dark, like wine red. Yeah. I think I have like 10 more grams to knit until we are in the center, and then I can start decreasing. I don't anticipate this will take very long. It's a 25 gram ball. So yeah, I've just been picking this up here and there, doing a couple rows on it. So this might be done next time. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it's also living in this bag with a little lavender sachet. It smells so good. So now this smells so good. Another whip. Okay, last whip that we will talk about today is another new cast on because I have no self-control. I cast on another Dear Duomo by Seunghee. Wow, the sun is gonna blind me. I'm knitting a bright red Dear Duomo with the very, very loose hopes that this will be my Christmas sweater. She's bright red. Yeah, I just started the hem. I did not gauge swatch for this. I'm not even gonna give my reasoning because I don't gauge swatch for anything, so. But the pattern calls for a DK weight yarn. I am knitting this with a worsted weight yarn on bigger needles. So I know my gauge is gonna be off, and that's fine because I want this to be kind of an oversized sweater. I'm knitting the same size that I knit for my last one, just with heavier yarn, larger needles. So I think the fit will be fine. I'm not concerned about it. I'm doing the ribbing on a US 8, which I believe is a 5mm needle. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to shake the camera. And then I will go up to a US 10, which is 6mm. I think that's a 6mm needle. Yeah, I mean, it's not very exciting yet, but I'm excited to have a bright red sweater. I think I deserve to have a bright red sweater. This yarn is nothing fancy. It's just loops and threads. Impeccable from Michaels, 100% acrylic. The color is Red Hot, which that makes sense. These are bigger than usual, like a normal skein. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. Anyway, yeah, this is 127.5 grams. You get 260 meters or 285 yards. So I should have plenty for a sweater. I picked up like 4 or 5 skeins. If I need to get another one, it's not a big deal. It's a big box store. So yeah, we're just gonna do some ribbing forever and have a nice, cozy, oversized, bright red sweater to wear to Christmas, hopefully. If it's not done for Christmas, that's fine. I will wear a bright red sweater all season. I don't care. But those are all of my FOs, all of my whips. There's gonna be another leaf in my coffee. I'm concerned. Okay, we gotta wrap this up because I've already picked one leaf out of my coffee. I don't want to keep doing that. Okay, I have some very fun acquisitions, very special acquisitions. Lucy from the Lucy Makes podcast here on YouTube gave me 2 sweaters, not sweater quantities, 2 sweaters that she knit and decided that she didn't love, so now they're mine. And let's see, let's talk about them. I think this one's my favorite. This is, let me look it up. She texted me. I love that I can do this now. We had a group chat. Lucy, what is the name of the sweater? I know it's a... No, I don't. Who was the sweater by? Is it by Teddy Lutsak? We're gonna say it's by Teddy Lutsak. Is it the Lillet sweater? I don't know. Lucy will comment and I'll pin the comments if you're curious. Here it is. She's beautiful. She has this really fun, like, cable-y lace around the collar. And yeah. That was flattering. Alright. And she knit this out of something that I can definitely find right away. Lucy knit this. Oh, this is the Lillet by, is it Teddy Lutsak? I think it's Teddy Lutsak. Don't quote me on that. This is Cory Confetti by La Bien-Aimée. She said she did not remember the colorway, but it's this really nice, like, dark beige with flecks of colors. And the reason Lucy gave me the sweater and the other sweater is she's a sensitive lady, and this was too itchy for her. I love a good scratchy yarn, so this is perfect. I've already worn this at least twice. It's so nice. I really like this sweater a lot. So thank you very much, Lucy. I am so thrilled. I have already spilled coffee on it, but it's fine because the sweater is kind of like a dark beigey brown anyway, so that's just our secret now. Okay, and then the last sweater that Lucy gave me is, I believe, a DRK everyday sweater knit in hedgehog fiber tweedy in the color Noir. And I don't know if there's a front or back on the sweater. If there's short rows, I can't really tell. Sorry, is that offensive? I hope not. But here she is. Isn't this beautiful too? This one I also really love. I think this one's a little bit more scratchy than the Lillet sweater, but I still really like this. I have already worn this once, I believe. Yeah, so I mean, the scratchiness doesn't bother me. Like, it's for me, it's like I notice it, but it's not overwhelmingly itchy. It's just like a noticeable feeling, you know? Circular yoke. Yeah. I love both of these sweaters. They're already in the wardrobe rotation. And my friends are truly like the most talented, generous people. And every time that they like create something and then give it to me, I'm just like, are you sure? Like, are you being for real? Promise? Like, I'm just like overwhelmed by the talent, the skill, the generosity of my friends. And I love them. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm actually getting really warm and it's October in Minnesota. It's currently 66 degrees. This is wrong. This is global warming. I feel like in October in Minnesota, I should be like chilly. It is 10 o'clock in the morning, almost 10:30, and I'm sitting outside in a camisole and a cardigan and leggings. And I feel like I should be like, ooh, chilly. I'm sweating. Upsetting. What are you knitting on? What are your fall plans? Have you finished your spooky, cozy Halloween socks? Are you knitting Halloween socks? Have you cast on any fun new sweaters? What are your accessory plans? Do you want a hat video? I'll make a hat video if you want. I have knit so many hats. Like, it's kind of a problem. I can't wear all of these hats, but I can't stop knitting them, and I'm like weirdly possessive over them. Like, I don't want to give like a nice 100% wool cabled hat to someone who isn't going to appreciate it. And what if I want to wear that hat? I don't know. I have a huge stack of hats and I don't know what to do with them. Anyway, I gotta wrap this up so my bird stops screaming at me, bring all of this stuff inside, get this uploaded, and enjoy a nice Sunday of doing nothing. But I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Bye, friends.